I hate being picky, but gotta go through my reels. If somebody comes and watches this, they can hear all of it, just so you know. Us talking? Yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome.
We certainly hope you all enjoy the show.
They're eating the dogs.
Because I know Cops doesn't start till 4.
Michael's been waiting for us like a hawk. Like a hawk. He's first one in the chat.
Damn, he's quick with that.
He's like a freaking bald eagle waiting for dinner.
Thank God for Michael.
If Michael wasn't here, I won't even do this.
Tyrone Benedict!
Tyrone!
We got a fucking Benedict in the house.
What do you, Arnold? What'd you name Arnold? Oh, Amy, you're third place tonight. Hey, thanks for watching, Amy. Everyone's here.
Hi,
The
Amy.
gang's all here. The gang is all here. Glad everyone could make it.
Nice.
Yeah, we miss you too, Mike.
You know, we missed. We did miss everybody on Monday. But
Oh, yeah, why don't you explain that?
I was
Mr.
personally, I was still dealing with a little bit of hangover from the Minecraft movie.
Oh, yeah, we got loose at the Minecraft movie.
We got a little wacky. And Amy actually went to the Minecraft movie with us, and
Yeah, no, it wasn't all that well party, but it was a late showing.
yeah. So we saw the last showing of the night, 9:30 at night, for the Minecraft movie on a Saturday, and the theater smelled like sweat and hormones. Like,
Yeah.
you should have seen the group of kids getting picked up by their moms outside the theater when we showed up. It was crazy. I mean, I'll just say it. I thought this was a
just
smash hit.
Come right out and say it.
Smash hit of a movie. I think this is the best movie I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, no, this is
What-
bold. This might be bold.
It might
I haven't
be bold.
heard any reviews.
I've heard reviews, and it's from older people that didn't grow up playing Minecraft, okay? We all grew up playing Minecraft. We got it. We freaking got it. Jared Hess got it, and he made a movie for us.
Yeah.
Jared Hess, Jack Black, Jason Momoa, they got it, and they did it.
Yeah.
They did
I
it
think,
for us.
I think Jason Momoa's character was pretty gold.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
And people are trashing on it. Go online and look at the reviews. People are trashing on it. It's not kids. It's nobody with kids is trashing on it.
Oh.
But like movie people, movie
Okay.
review channels on YouTube are trashing it because they're too old. They didn't grow up with Minecraft and they don't get it, and it pisses me off.
We didn't actually get to talk about it. Do that big of a breakdown.
No, that's why I thought it was important we skip Monday because everybody was going to be here on Tuesday.
We wanted
but-
everyone to be here together.
Can you
to discuss
explain
it.
to me why people are throwing popcorn? Michael said he threw popcorn and shoes at the screen. I just don't understand where this
Okay.
meme came from.
I will explain it as best to my knowledge. So, the chicken jockey thing was because that was in the trailers, right? There was a clip in the basically all of those moments where Jack Black is just naming a Minecraft item, right? Where he says flint and steel,
Crushing loaf.
chicken jockey, crushing loaves.
That's a big one.
All these lines were in trailers, and they got memed. They got memed to space and back before the movie even came out. So these moments were mega memes, and yes, out of excitement is why these kids are doing this. Now, I would say, unfortunately, we're still dealing with the ramifications and repercussions of the pandemic. These kids going to the theaters have not been outside.
They had no
much.
theater etiquette.
Unfortunately, I'm really happy that A, people are going to movie theaters, and B, kids are leaving the house and having fun with their friends. I'm really happy about those two factors. That being said, people got to take their kids out more and teach them a thing or two, because I'm totally okay if in unison as a crowd we all want to scream chicken jockey or we all want to say crushing loaves together. That to me is a lot of fun and I love that. That's like singing along at a concert.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that and I thought that was a cool experience.
It's camaraderie.
Camaraderie, exactly.
My experience of it though was I stayed away from any media at all. I didn't even watch the trailers.
I would
for the
say
movie.
you're on the older side for this movie. It just so happens
man.
that you are connected by the game of Minecraft, but I would say you maybe are on the older side.
I think that is a total. I think that's a softball response to what.
Well,
Curtis
it's
is saying.
definitely. I would say that Curtis and I are at the tip-top edge of the people who would go to watch the Minecraft movie because we love the game of Minecraft. We're like,
That's what I'm saying. You guys are the first
You're really loud,
generation.
what?
You were really loud.
Sorry.
Could you just tone it down?
You guys are the
please?
first generation that were kids with the game, right? The wide release was 2011, so you guys were 13.
Yeah, you guys were
right?
first wave.
So,
you guys were the
you
test.
guys were that kind of first wave
Amy
of
enjoyed
youth.
it. She said it was good.
Do you remember? Yeah, well, I would say we were.
That's
very
also a very
early.
fair point, though, to consider. Amy is not a Minecrafter, and she is of Gen X, and she enjoyed it. She had fun. But again, I think some of that is due to the camaraderie, right? Like, how can you be in a group of that many people having that much fun and not get a little contagious bit of fun out of it? You know what I mean?
So this was gonna be my take on the movie. I liked it. The only thing I felt like it was a good movie with there was like the whole entire plot was kind of shoved in there in a way that like I liked everything apart from the plot of the movie, which was the diamond orb.
Have
thing
you
There had to
when's
be a
the last,
story.
When's the last
but
time you watched
the
Napoleon
jokes-
Dynamite? When's the last time you watched Napoleon Dynamite?
I don't know. It's been a minute.
Can you tell me
No,
what
that's
the
exactly
story is of Napoleon Dynamite?
That's exactly the point I'm trying to make. Is they shouldn't have tried to shove that whole arc with the orb and the pig lady.
Well, I think
if they had just gone to Minecraft world and hijinks ensued.
I think if you played all the Minecraft games, because there is other games other than the original Minecraft.
That's just it.
The Legends.
It plays into the Minecraft dungeons and whatever their other legends. It plays into that, the storyline. And the thing I would say is it propels you through the world, right?
Yeah.
Like it gets you around the world.
To the nether.
To the woodland manor.
They never made it to the end.
You know what I'm saying?
Spoilers.
It does. It just gets you around the world. And also, not to, well, I don't want to totally derail you. If you got more to say,
Well, no, that's just what that's pretty much my whole point is that.
You just wish the story was better?
No. I don't. I wish that they didn't try to make it like a fun, like the jokes, all the jokes of Minecraft, of Jack Black being Steve, of them being in Minecraft world, of the villager out in the real world.
The villager out in the real world was probably one of my favorite parts of the movie. The way
I feel like
Joseph
that's a spoiler for people who didn't see that because I never saw that in any trailer. The villager in the real world.
Yeah, I mean that was a great part.
Well, okay, let's just give a fair spoiler warning for the Minecraft movie across the board. If that wasn't
Yeah,
obvious,
I would
but-
say
anyone
that.
in the chat's already seen it.
Yeah.
Well, Tyrone didn't see it. If Tyrone's still watching,
Well,
I would say if you're gonna go see it though, you have to go see watch Napoleon Dynamite first. If you're not familiar,
Nacho Libre.
if you're not super familiar with Napoleon Dynamite, to begin
because
with.
they're visually and there's like straight up references. I would consider anything with a tater tot a direct reference to Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
Because that's how freaking big the
You
tater
had tots
tots.
the whole time.
Yeah. Anything with tater tots, the tater tot gun, the tater tot pizza, you had tots the whole time. Direct reference to Napoleon Dynamite. But beyond that, just because, again, it was Jared Hess directing, some of the shots in the movie, like Jack Black playing with his lunch tray of food, the way that shot was filmed, also to me, that was a visual callback to the intro to Napoleon Dynamite when it's showing all the food on the tray with the cast credits. You know?
Oh yeah, there was a million, the million and one Napoleon Dynamite references in the movie there.
And you could even say the whole wrestling ring bit. You could even say that whole bit was Nacho Libre.
Right.
Except Woodland mansions do have.
They
Those
do
weird
have those weird.
rooms that have that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought was so
My-
great about it because
you know-
I was like, yeah, this does make sense. Why wouldn't it be a fight
You
club?
know,
It's a weird-
my big gripe with the Woodland Mansion room.
yeah.
My only gripe to watching the whole movie is in that Woodland Mansion room with all the chests where you find the part for the cube.
Yep.
If you play the game, all those chests are empty. There's nothing in those chests.
Well, that's what was funny about it, though. He's going around to these chests, and it's like each chest has one thing in it, and it's like mostly crap. Like that's why I
mean,
thought it was funny. I thought it was kind of accurate to the game.
I guess a little bit. I just think it'd be funnier if it was empty because that would be more authentic to the game, the way the game is.
Do you want to play that clip of us at the theater?
Oh, you
well, I told Calvin I said we should do I wanted us to do a little social media
Where is it?
promotion.
Would you send it to me?
On the Instagram. Yeah.
Do a whole video of, hey, we're at the theater going to see the movie, and then a review of the movie.
Yeah, we got
we
one
just
clip.
took one clip before the movie while we were waiting for them to clean up the theater.
Yeah.
They actually had us on hold waiting a minute for them to clean up.
No, I forgot. I forgot about this.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it's any good.
I don't know if you can hear it.
Welcome to the theater. Probably to see Minecraft movie starring Jack Black and Jason Momoa.
Good promotion.
So the video started out good. Had we gotten some more clips, this would have been a fun video. It started out good.
Yeah. That's all we got.
That's all we got. But we were off to a good start.
We tried to get the popcorn buckets, but they didn't have any.
They didn't have
except
any
for
of the
that
cool
one.
ones. We wanted the good. I wanted the chicken jockey, but they didn't have it.
They had souvenir cups there, and I get in line and I said, "Oh, I want the souvenir soda cup," and the kid in front of me, I just got one, so I knew they had it. The guy's like,
was
we're
my last
actually
one.
we're actually sold out of those."
Yeah.
We shouldn't have got the 9:30 showing. Should have bought our tickets weeks ago, I guess.
No, I think-
Replay that. I missed it. Yeah. Hey, there's a little thing on the YouTube bar. You just click on that red dot.
Yeah,
pull
but
it
then
back.
the video keeps going, so then you have to get caught up, and then you're behind.
Yeah, figure it out.
Hell.
Figure it out, man. You got it. Don't worry, bro. You figured it out.
No, I think if you were not a 15-year-old child, I think the latest showing was the only one to go to see the Minecraft movie. Otherwise,
Yeah,
it's
well,
gonna be
that was the thing. I thought we lucked out because it was all people around our age at this showing. It wasn't packed with 12-year-olds, so I thought that's why it was good.
I was wondering if it was like a thrown in, oh, let's show it one more time type of
Yeah,
thing.
because they all sold out.
because they were
They
basically
were selling
all
out
sold
crazy fast. Which again, I'm so happy for the movie theaters. Yeah, I'm a theater guy
Now, this
myself.
guy's a big movie guy.
I'm a movie guy. I'm a
This
theater
guy
guy.
right here.
I go to the theater. A Regal Crown Club, whatever.
He does the Crown Club.
I do. I am big. What can I say? I'm a
He
Crown
gets a
Club
free
guy.
ticket once a month.
I wanted to go see it in IMAX,
Did you
but I
get-
couldn't
did-
get tickets for IMAX.
I got a video right here of them throwing the shit at the screen.
Well,
Do you
so
want me to
that's
pull
the
it up,
video
or-
I sent you. Play your video first. I saved hundreds of these videos. I'm not even joking. There are hundreds of videos just like this of kids throwing popcorn, and I started saving them, but ABC News actually put together a news piece we'll play next. Here we go. The chicken jockey moment. Chicken.
Look at all the phones.
Everyone's got their phone out in this theater. They went completely ape shit, threw their popcorn, they're clapping.
Look at how many people are.
These kids got kicked out by the police.
Yeah, I don't know if they pause the movie or something.
Yeah, they did. So there's been multiple theaters around the country where they've had to pause the movie and yell at the audience. And if you go to this video I sent you from ABC News, there's one theater in particular that said, now if you are under, what did they say? I think it's if you're under the age of 17, you have to be accompanied by your parent or a mature adult to even go Just
any
any movie.
Minecraft
Just
rated
any
R.
movie now because these kids have ruined it, and that's the problem. That's why I said I don't mind if you want to yell chicken jockey, but these kids are taking it too
The
far.
amount
They're
of-
going to ruin it for everybody.
The amount of
Yeah.
popcorn I've seen on the floor, like
Go,
piles.
Carter,
and
go to
piles of
the
popcorn.
video I sent you because this one guy claims his theater there was lotion sprayed everywhere, and kids also ripped an entire row of seats out of the ground. so yeah, you got to play this video from TikTok I sent
Man.
I
you.
just tell you, I'm just reading the chat. You guys can't see the chat right now. Mike says he saw it 2 times in a row, 8:30 and 10:30.
I would have
call.
I would have seen it a second time in a row as well after I got out of the theater. I'd still go back to see it now, but okay, here we go. Here's the story from ABC News.
It's the latest rallying cry for millions of moviegoers.
Chicken jockey.
Those 2 little words sending teenage fans of a Minecraft movie into a frenzy, resulting in
You see how
screaming,
these are all
popcorn
different
throwing,
theaters, right?
and
Yeah.
soda flying through the air. In at least one case, the police
This is the
have
one we
gotten
just saw.
involved, escorting some of the offenders out of theaters. So what is a chicken jockey? The official definition:
do
a
this?
child zombie who rides a chicken, of course.
Of course.
That craze around chicken jockeys causing one movie theater in New Jersey to take matters into its own hands, instituting a new policy. Minors will now have to have a parent or responsible adult with them if they want to watch the film. The Township Theater in Bergen County
Here we go.
writing
This
in a
is the one.
statement that a group of boys engaged in completely unacceptable
They
behavior.
got an interview from this
including
guy.
vandalism. They also received multiple complaints from other moviegoers who were trying to enjoy the film with their families.
The manager called us and said that the theater was in bad shape. He said, well, it's a terrible mess. There is lotion squirted all over the place.
All over the
And
place.
there's a row of seats that have been pulled out of the floor.
Based on the 2011 video game, the film has already grossed over $163 million.
All right, that's
in
good.
its
We don't have to
opening
see the
weekend.
rest of this, but
I just can't believe it. I would not. When I
That-
first saw the trailer, I did not expect this reaction.
That explains all the popcorn that was on the floor, Amy, when we walked in. They probably weren't bothering cleaning it because they knew that other
Yeah.
other showings
It's gonna
people were
happen
gonna
again.
freak out.
Chicken
Well,
jockey.
I mean, you could hear the
one thing-
people in our theater screaming "chicken jockey" when we were in there, but I didn't
Yeah.
understand.
I didn't
the
understand
mute
why,
at the time.
especially because there was only a few people that actually did it in our theater. We
this
had
this news piece is so funny because that shows you like if you're above a certain age, like how foreign they're looking at this thing. They're coming at it at this angle like chicken jockey. Like we care so much about specifically chicken jockey, right? You saw
Yeah,
that.
what is a
They
chicken
pulled
jockey?
Out, they pulled out the Minecraft dictionary. Dude, we could care less. It just so happens that is the viral moment. People are
somebody decided that was the
This is
moment.
it.
but
the chicken jockey
but
part.
before the chicken jockey moment went viral, people were screaming for "I Am Steve." People were screaming for "Crushing Loafs." People were screaming for "Flint and Steel." People were even just at the beginning of the movie when the Mojang, the creeper comes out and then it explodes and makes the Mojang logo. You remember that at the beginning? People were freaking out at that at first, and then the chicken jockey video, because all I can imagine is opening day in that theater, right? It kept elevating. The reaction kept elevating. And so he did Flint and Steel and the house went wild. And so somebody goes, okay, I gotta get my phone out and record. And we all knew Chicken Jockey was going to be one of these moments because it got memed to infinity, right? Mm-hmm. So they know the moment's coming. They say, okay, Flint and Steel went crazy. I got to get a video of Chicken Jockey. And then Chicken Jockey happens. It went even bigger than Flint and Steel. And it just happened that's ended up being the viral video, which added to people going crazier and doing bigger
Now,
stunts.
you think people are going crazy because the Minecraft movie is showing things like, how it's almost like Minecraft, I feel like, is a hidden video game. I know it's the biggest game on Earth, but it's not like you go and talk to all these random people about, oh, you play Minecraft, but everybody loves Minecraft and plays it. They just don't talk about it. At least that's the way I feel.
It's not like Call of Duty where when someone says you play COD, everybody plays COD.
It's almost like
it's
reading.
It's almost like yeah. Nobody likes to admit that they like Minecraft, but then they make a movie about it and they do all of these like Easter egg. Like, I mean, I thought that was pretty cool when they the movie loaded up and it was like you were loading into Minecraft. Like I don't know.
It
just the fact that it's a big time movie.
They nailed it, is what I would say from our perspective of people that grew up playing the game, and also in that same sense, we grew up watching Napoleon Dynamite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So these two parallel things that are ingrained in our childhood somehow came together and made this perfect baby of a movie for us. It's not for everybody,
Okay,
but
now here's a question.
um
Here's a question. How do you explain it to somebody who's like an old timer film nut who's like, this is blockbuster
Hot garbage.
Yeah, it's like CGI, Jack Black.
Okay, can
Like-
I talk about the CGI for a second? Can I talk about this
No,
for a
lights
second?
or
Well,
wings.
answer my question. Answer my question.
Well, can I just because I want to get to both of these things. You brought
Okay.
up 2 points I want to get to, but first the CGI. I just want to bring this up. They built a lot of practical sets. When Jack Black goes up to the lava chicken and pulls the lever, do you know why that looks so real? Because it was. That wasn't some green.
The whole village was, I think.
The whole village up to eye level. When Jason Momoa walked up and kicked that door in the movie, that whole thing was improvised, by the way. They were on a practical set, and Jason Momoa went up to kick this door, and the door might not have even actually opened, and he tried kicking it in as an improv, and they made it in the movie. In the Woodland Mansion, there was at least 2 of those actual guys made. The characters in the
Yeah,
Woodland
what are they
Mansion,
called?
the evil, the pillager people,
No, they're not pillagers.
whatever they call them.
The
I can't-
hatchet guys.
Yeah, the hatchet people.
Vexers. Or, I don't
Yeah,
know.
whatever. I can't remember their name. Minecraft foul. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
The Dementors or
Mike probably
something.
knows.
It was.
anyhow, they had at least 2 of those guys, like practical, real costumes. Which I told you, watching that movie, I said those scenes. There's multiple of those scenes where you could clearly tell it was a real in-person costume they were filming.
Yeah.
And so behind the scenes, I saw this. There was at least 2 of them real, and then they CGI'd in a bunch of them. They like duplicated them, but there's at least 2 real ones. That's why it looks so good. So that's my thing on CGI. Your next point that you brought up, how do you explain this to an old-fashioned film person, somebody that's like
Yeah.
Illagers.
Illagers? That's what they're calling them. Yeah, you're right, Illagers.
Mike said it.
Oh, thank you, Mike. Illagers.
those guys were Illagers?
That's
No.
what they were saying in the movie.
No, he had
No,
a name for him.
Yeah, there's a name for him in Spawn Egg. Look at the
All right, all
Spawn
right,
Egg.
all right. Forget about that. Forget about that.
Anyway.
We're talking about
Yeah, an
what
old
makes
fashioned
this
film
cinema.
nut.
Why
that's
is
like,
this cinema
That's
to
like
me?
this is a blockbuster pile of hot trash.
Here's what I would say. Go back and watch Casablanca for me. Go back and watch The Sound of
Vindicator.
Music for me.
Vindicator.
Vindicator? All right, we're going with Vindicator. But go ahead. You yourself go back and watch these movies
Never
that are
seen. I haven't seen either.
me,
of those,
me neither.
personally.
Me neither. And I don't fucking plan to. You know why? Because those movies were made by dead people for dead people.
Okay, here's a point.
Well, want me to dovetail my little? I'll
Well-
finish off my point here. Or?
Well, I'm just gonna add to my question.
Sure.
So
sure.
it'll. So I think a big critique that a lot of people would have is there's no overarching message or.
Whoa, partner. No message. Okay.
About
Well-
friendship.
Well, like they try to do that thing where it's like this kid's kind of he doesn't belong in the real world, and then he belongs because he finds his place, sort of thing. But they kind of rush through that.
I
but-
think that was the right move, though. You can't get caught up in that.
I think it was the right move. I like the
We gotta
movie,
get
but
to Minecraft.
I'm saying to somebody who would watch that and like turn it off almost immediately or fall asleep.
Here's what I'm trying to get to though. In the same way, I would rather slam my nuts in the door than watch The Sound of Music. Right? Somebody's gonna have that opinion about the Minecraft movie too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try and sway their opinion. I'm just sitting here saying there's a shift in culture, there's a shift in the way media is consumed, and so it's only natural to me that there'd be a shift in the way it's created. I don't care if it's a classically perfect movie. They fucking nailed it. For what it is, for who it's for, they nailed it. They crushed it out of the park. They weren't making something that was going to please a global audience or going to win an Oscar. Like, they weren't making a bullshit Disney movie, like anything Disney's done in the last 10
Snow
years.
They were making goddamn Snow White.
It in the numbers. The proof is in the pudding. The numbers don't lie.
Yeah,
this
what was the last
is,
movie that removed a seat from the theater?
Dude, this is the numbers don't lie.
You know
This-
what's interesting too is it's a movie about a video game, a sandbox video game. So it's not like the video game has a story that it can follow. It's just
Well, my
I
random-
noticed the story beats they did take were from the other Minecraft games that do have story.
Mike, one question I had was, Minecraft is a square cube game, square cube players. Steve is a square cube guy. Why? I know Jack Black as the character, but do you think it was the right call making him Steve, or could they have just called him somebody else?
Can I tell you another
And-
reason why Jared Hess is an absolute legend? Did you notice the title of the movie? It's not the Minecraft movie. It's a Minecraft movie. So you know what that means to me?
Multiple Steves, multiple universes.
Bing. This is just a Minecraft
This is the
movie.
tip of the
This is
iceberg.
the tip of the iceberg. So
We're gonna get a Chicken Jockey spinoff.
in this world, this Minecraft world, you could see visually it was different than the Minecraft world you and I typically play in, and the way it functioned was also slightly different than the Minecraft world you and I typically play in. So to me, this is like a we play in the 616 universe, and this is the movie universe over here. You know what I mean? You got comic books and you got movies. Just like Marvel, you've got the comic books, which is the comic books, then you got the movies, which is the movies. But then those universes are all multiverses, and somewhere they can all cross and intertwine. Does that make sense? You with me on that?
I don't think you're following my question though, because why couldn't they just make him? Minecraft is about having your own skin. It's not really about being Steve generally. Generally, people have their own skin and they have their own story. They have their own.
But this gave Steve a story. Steve has been this character that's never had a story. Now this movie gave Steve a story.
Yeah, you're also every time everybody's first experience with Minecraft is with Steve. You don't go into Minecraft and first thing you do is create a character. You just go in and you start playing as Steve.
Yeah, narratively, first Minecraft movie, center on Steve, makes sense. Makes sense. If it was
Also-
somebody else, I think you'd have the same gripe. Like, where was Steve?
So we missed
Hero
there's
Brian.
a
I wish
second,
was there a Hero Brian reference anywhere?
so the Hero Brian reference comes in the Enderman scene when the kid, I can't remember his name, the character's name, the kid is being attacked by the Enderman.
Was it Wiley? I don't even know.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
yeah,
but,
yeah,
and he sees the visions of everybody in his head. Well, so you'll notice everybody's eyes are black in these visions, except for when he sees Steve in this vision. Steve's eyes are white, a la Hero Brian. That's the Hero Brian reference.
I wish I beat you over the head a little bit more with it, because that's like my favorite Minecraft reference.
But you
So
got
Brian.
that's why you got to watch it again.
Oh,
but
Hank. That's what they kept calling the kid, Hank.
Hank,
His name was Henry, but they called him Hank.
the
Sequel is why it was a Minecraft movie.
This is a sequel. You're watching the sequel to the Minecraft movie.
Did you
right
guys?
now.
Did you guys see the end credit scene? We missed it. We didn't stay in the theater.
Oh yes, so that's what I was gonna say. There's a second end credit scene. So we saw the first end credit scene, but we didn't see the second one where Jack Black. Spoiler if you didn't see it. Jack Black runs back to his house in the real world.
And guess
and-
who's living there?
Guess who's living there?
The kids are living there.
No.
Alex, the redhead from Minecraft. Alex, the
really?
girl skin. Yeah, and so I was going through the credits. So Alex, you don't see her face in the scene. You just see the green shirt and the red hair answering the door. From behind, like you see her shoulders and her hair, and she answers the door and says, "Hi, I'm Alex." And
That sequel is
Whoa.
you trying to find the
Yellow.
Yeah, because I didn't see it. Before
You want to watch it or not?
I didn't really want to watch it. No,
I never saw it, so.
well, I'm sure,
But
but
just get to a screenshot of it so you
Yeah.
can see. 'cause
Yeah.
It's
it's hardly anything to see. I just
Okay.
literally they just meet each other. Oh.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That was it. So you see the orange hair, the green shirt, and they talk to each other for a second.
Actually, I do want to watch it just for the parkour in the bottom.
No. Get rid of this. Take it down. But Kate McKinnon is uncredited in the Minecraft movie credits. She didn't appear anywhere in the movie. And when I found out that there was this end credits scene we missed with Alex, guess what? Kate McKinnon.
I don't
you
know
her?
Who is that?
From SNL. She played the weird Barbie in the Barbie movie. She was the blonde one in the female Ghostbusters.
Probably a good choice.
I think it's a great choice. But anyway, so they were setting up big time for a sequel there, in my opinion, with Jack Black, Kate McKinnon.
They go back to take the
two of
Ender
them.
Dragon.
Yeah, the two of them could go on a new Minecraft adventure. Yeah, here she is. So anyway, I just good funny choice. If you've seen her on SNL,
Yeah, they never made reference to the Ender Dragon, really, did they?
No,
So-
we barely even touched on Enderman.
There was no
only
no
had one Ender
spiders.
pearl.
There was spiders. No, hold on. There was no. I'm trying to think.
They
of
had
the,
2 Ender pearls. Remember,
There were
Jason
spiders.
There was no
Momoa.
witches.
That's what was
No
weird.
witches. What about the ocean people? They didn't touch on the ocean
the drowned.
things. No, I'm saying
There's
the
no pillagers.
but what about the
fish.
The
Yeah.
fish,
Guardians.
the guardians in the ocean? Trial
Withers.
chambers, withers.
You know, I thought that they were gonna. There's a part that I thought they were gonna. It was like make sure you put the head on right or the heads on right.
They whiffed on the Wither, I think, because the Wither could have been part of no Snowman, but the Wither could have been part of the
Snowmen would have been fun.
would have been part of the Nether coming to the overworld. They could
They
have
could have
had
brought a wither with
could have
them,
brought some Withers or something.
or even a wither skeleton. We didn't see a single wither skeleton even.
Yeah.
But they're saving all that for another film. That can all be.
Oh, thanks, Mike, for reminding me. I wanted to know, was that villager, was that a nitwit?
Yeah, it
Was that a nitwit
He
villager
was.
too?
He was a nitwit.
That was
If you look in the credits of the movie, that's who the character is listed as is nitwit.
Nitwit, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that's a highlight of the movie.
And
for sure.
again, so the thing that we thought was the funniest, this subplot with Jennifer Coolidge and the nitwit, okay? Movie review channels on YouTube are like so confused by it. They're like Jennifer Coolidge and this Minecraft monk, like they completely don't get it.
Yeah.
Like it's going right over their heads, and meanwhile we're just like pissing ourselves laughing.
'Cause
Like
the
it's
only
the funniest thing.
Yeah.
And that's just it. Again, going back to how do you explain this to a true cinema fan? I don't have the answer.
You can't.
I can't explain it to
can't do it.
anybody. You either get it or you don't.
You have to be
and-
playing Minecraft at 2 a.m. and hear a villager say, "Oh."
and then you have to have had years of these memes in these videos of a guy playing Minecraft. He goes, "These are my wives," and he shows you all the villagers. Father Jacob.
Yeah. Well, that just dealing and actually playing the game and dealing with these villagers and trying to get them to do what you want, and they just wander away, and they're miles away from the town, and
You know what else?
on the edge of a cliff.
People were trashing on this movie because they're like, Jason Momoa's character is a 80s video game legend, right? So you'd think maybe like some video game knowledge might apply when all of a sudden he ends up in a video game, which is Minecraft, right? Well, the thing these fucking dipshit movie reviewers don't take into account, one, is the way the movie treats the world of Minecraft. It treats it like it's a different reality. It has no mention of it being a video game. There's no Minecraft is not a video game in this universe. This is a different reality.
They build it at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Which is not. It's still not Minecraft.
And so that's one. And two, what I would say is the very first moment Jason Momoa lands in this new world, he sees the sheep and he goes up to it and he goes, "I know how to handle this." And he goes, "Quest giver." What is our, he's trying to ask the sheep for a quest, which to me is like an old school video game thing. You spawn spawn in. Oh, here's a character. Let's go talk to them and figure out.
Yeah, get some dialogue from the character.
Yes, exactly. So again, even though the movie doesn't treat it like a video game, Jason Momoa's character, who is a 80s video game expert, as soon as he lands in this real world, he's treating it the way you would treat an old video game.
The other people don't recognize it as a video game because it's oddball and pixelated to them, but he recognizes a pixelated video game because he's a video game player.
That's true too. And also in terms of the other thing I would say is, to me, he adapts to the world pretty quick, and the way he saved himself was with Steve's water bucket trick, right? So that was something he had learned in this new game, and because he's a pro, he was able to execute a pro move.
What did he say? What did he say too? What was his words to get the gas to shoot the fireball?
Yeah,
stab it with that stick. And then he's
stab
like,
his tentacles with a stick or something.
yeah, grab that sharp metal stick and stab its tentacles. Whoa, how'd you figure that out? You don't want to know. Oh my god, it just. Yeah, the Minecraft movie for us was absolute cinema, total peak. And for a lot of people agree. And there's just as many that are gonna disagree. But hey, it wasn't for you if you don't get it. I'm sorry.
You're not part of the club. You're not cool. Sorry.
Well, and that's the thing. I think there are things to enjoy. Like again, Aunt Amy enjoyed it for its humor, because it does have actual jokes and actual humor.
Yeah.
Like the whole movie has a sense of humor. When's the last time you saw a movie you could say that about?
Where it was lighthearted and not like.
Yeah, like
I don't want to,
the whole movie just it didn't get up on a soapbox and preach to you. But guess what? I thought it did have a nice message. It didn't need to preach about some message, but this kid who is finding how much he enjoys this Minecraft world, right? He's really thinks, oh, maybe I belong here. I love this Minecraft world. Maybe I could stay here forever, right? At the end of the movie, he comes to his own conclusion. You know, one of the other characters even says to him, like, you sure you want to go? I think Steve, right? Jack Black goes, you sure you want to go back out to the real world where there's all the naysayers and people trying to keep you down and stop you from being creative? And he just goes, yeah, actually, like, I'm, despite all people's negativity, I'm going to go out into this bleak, uncreative world and I'm going to be creative. That was the message that I thought they nailed at the end of the movie, because how many Minecraft players are there in this world that are addicted to Minecraft and are doing crazy cool things within the game of Minecraft, but it's just stuck within this game. So it's just kind of saying like, hey, maybe try applying that creativity and passion into the real world,
to physical things,
to physical things, tangible things, and maybe it'll amount to something. You might not build a jetpack the way Hank does, but you could definitely accomplish something great. And I thought it was just they slipped it in there at the end. They didn't preach it, they didn't yell it, they just slipped it in there.
That whole scene with the jetpack was a wild ride, and probably one of my favorite parts of the movie, because it starts with the drawing of the banana. And then all of a sudden, it's like the impetus for the start of the movie, but it was totally unexpected.
Carter, do you want to screen his reels?
I'm just looking at, I don't...
Screen him real quick, and then maybe we'll show him. Is that enough poetic waxing about the Minecraft movie?
Yeah, I think we dunked on it enough.
I want everyone to see it.
Yeah.
But okay, these are from Roman here. We got some reels to watch.
Well, are you screening them or what?
I just show the bottom one. Just see the Minecraft toy one.
Yeah, the Minecraft one and the Cheeto one. Look.
Mom, can I please get the overweight middle-aged man action figure? After seeing the movie, I want these toys, by the way. I saw them all, and I was like, it doesn't look like the game Minecraft, so I wasn't too sure if I was going to be into the toys. But after loving the movie, I now want all the toys.
Yeah.
Snack without getting cheesy fingers? They're called Cheetos for a reason. Want a snack without...
Oh, that's a good one.
Wow.
Very good. Very good.
Oh, that's a Despicable Me reference there. Might as well play that one too.
That stopping illegal migration is necessary to protect our nation. We in Hungary decided to ask the people whether they we believe
That's pretty spot on.
That's funny.
Curtis, you got reels? We gonna
Yeah.
jump
I
to
got-
Curtis's?
I,
Curtis got some.
Yeah, this is actually.
Christ,
Oh,
how
yeah,
many
I
are
got-
you gonna play?
Well,
Everybody's gonna get theirs in. So I've seen this one before, but
Faster.
Okay, they're at SeaWorld in the splash
ShamWow.
zone. Shamu.
Shamu with the dumb fin.
Oh, he's pooping. Oh, and it's
Oh
splashing.
no! He just sent a shit wave at him.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, these things are fucking smart. He knew he did that too.
Yeah, he did on purpose.
Yeah, he's like, fuck you guys.
I can't turn around.
He's sending y'all home with pink eye. He don't want. Yeah.
Well, they get a pretty steady diet. I don't think it's.
Is this whole video in super slow motion?
No, I think it's just.
I bet it smells wicked bad too. It's just fish.
Oh, that
Yeah.
woman just ran away.
Oh shit!
This fucking prick of a whale. He knew it too.
Is
This
that
is what-
recent?
this is what you
I didn't
get,
think
man.
They did that anymore.
I think they still got a handful of them. I think Texas still got them
And then I saw this drone show here. I thought this was pretty cool.
until the drones start falling out of the sky and hitting people.
Yeah, but look at this. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Imagine
that
being-
is super sick.
That is crazy.
Is that's real?
I think so. I mean,
It's hard
I
to
don't
know
know.
these days.
I find it
don't
hard to
know.
believe it's real, but at the
What,
same
what
time,
tower is this?
it could easily be possible.
It's,
Empire.
it's posted by a verified
Yeah.
account.
Well,
Empire
but
Do you
State
go to
Building.
this account? I don't think this is
Watch-
real.
watch
you
the
think,
fake-
You think
watch
they
the
let
fake
this
shit
in
you
New
can.
York? You think they let that happen in New York?
Watch
No,
that,
but-
watch
You're
that
not
again.
yeah,
allowed,
look
you're not
at- look
allowed to
at-
fly a drone in the city of New York.
Yeah, these are all
Yeah,
fake.
they're all fake. I knew it.
Damn it, Carter.
But it would be
You
possible.
hoodwinked
It
us.
would be a possible thing, though.
It'd be
It
very,
would- yeah.
it'd be very possible.
dangerous. Have you seen the videos of the drones falling
yeah,
out of the
you'd
sky and
smash all the
cutting
windows
people
out.
up?
Let's see
Yeah.
it again. Watch the shaky cam.
It's terrible.
That's how
Don't
you tell
you
on
don't
these
want to?
videos. It's manufactured shaky cam.
It would be so hard to tell in this though.
If
because
this was some other country, maybe, but they would not let that. Let alone New York. I mean, come on.
let me look at. I'll just search real quick.
No, we don't need to get into it.
Yeah,
it's,
we don't.
It's fake. It's,
definitely
clearly fake.
It's definitely.
It's clearly
there
fake.
would have been more buzz about it, and you would have
Yeah, we
seen.
would have seen it.
Yeah, I would have saw Matt Lauer.
They would've done something.
Not Matt Lauer. He's long gone. We would have seen. We'd have seen Al Roker out there talking
Yeah,
about
he's
it.
the only
Might as well
one
not
left.
even
Savannah
show my
Guthrie.
reels. Everyone else has got a million reels.
Curtis, are you getting upset?
It says it's a
we
real
interrupted
thing.
your real time.
No, you're faking. You're
What
hoodwinking.
says it's a real
Why
thing? What are you
have
reading
we-
this
Yahoo.
from?
Yahoo.com.
Yeah.
No, fuck.
Find a real
Yeah,
source.
they
would
got
you?
the Yahoo.
You got
guys.
mail.
You got mail, fat ass.
Jackass. Hey, who's ready for Happy Gilmore 2?
Oh yeah,
I'm ready to
I've
pull
heard about
some
that.
movie theater seats out of the ground for Happy Gilmore 2. I'll go ape shit when Ben Stiller shows up.
I was gonna say I want to see Bryson DeChambeau in it. He's
I
my
think
new
it's gonna
favorite
be a good
golfer.
movie.
Is
Just
it-
because
that's the
he's on
YouTube guy?
YouTube, or
Yeah, he's just a good YouTuber. I think he makes good
Bryson
content.
DeChambeau.
I
I
think
just
he
think
makes.
of Dave Portnoy saying his name. DeChambeau.
Everybody says it was a drone company did the show as an April Fool's prank to say that King Kong was on Empire State Building. Everything I see here says it was a real thing. But
Wow. Well, I mean,
Can we get more than one video of it? I mean, this is fucking New York, fucking
Yeah,
city.
I'm still
How
hung
many
up on the
videos of
shaky cam.
9/11 are there? And then they didn't have cell phones.
that was clearly manufactured after the
Amy's
fact.
in to rip some
shaky
seats
cam.
out of the ground.
Yeah.
I think we got to do it. Big showing for. Do you guys remember we saw all the Hunger Games movies in theaters with Amy?
Did we?
Maybe not the very first one.
I remember
but,
watching
for a long time.
the very last two.
Well, because they were November releases, and we'd see them around Thanksgiving.
Can I say something though? I don't know what the difference between Hunger Games, Maze Runner, and Divergent are.
Well, you just said it right there. That's the difference.
I can't- I
Maze
just can't.
Runner is a weird one because if you saw the second Maze Runner, it totally falls apart. I can see where you'd get that idea from the first one, but then if you see the second one, it falls apart.
They all kind of combine.
I would say
you're right. They're all from the same genre.
Hunger Games is definitely an echelon above, I would say.
Here's the bullshit about Divergent.
The book series I think are super similar. Maze Runner, right? These kids just were abducted and put into like this prison sort of deal, right? We don't know who they are or why they're there. Well, you're saying in the first movie?
Just in the first one.
Yeah, okay.
Because Maze Runner goes off Maze Runner to me is a completely different thing. It's like closer to Star Wars, I think would be a better comparison. It's a complete separate universe.
I wouldn't go that far, but
to me, I would.
to me, well,
Alien is Alien fair. Is Alien fair?
They're all separate universes.
I know. I'm just trying to. So the thing is, in Hunger Games, you have the
100. Maze Runner is like the 100.
Sure, it's exactly like the 100.
The show.
Can we watch my reels?
No.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
We're checking out the drone.
We're trying to kill time while the drone.
Jamie finds
explaining the difference between Divergent and Hunger Games.
All right. Well, here's the problem with Divergent. Can I just explain to you this?
Divergent and Hunger Games are way more similar for the fact there's factions.
But
there's factions of people that
Hunger Games, you're born into your faction and you don't get to change or leave. Okay? Divergent, when you turn 18, okay, in Divergent society, it's supposed to be a perfect society. Actually, remember The Giver? The Giver falls into this category too. Because Divergent's supposed to be a perfect society, and when you turn 18, you join your faction, and that's your faction for life because our society is so perfect that you will fall into one of these factions and be perfectly happy your whole life. Unless you're special and you're the Divergent, which is like just every fucking person alive, right? And also in Divergent, there's a ton of homeless people. How perfect is your fucking society if you got all these homeless people? There's an entire faction where all they do is take care of the homeless people. Like, can't you just give the homeless people another faction? Call it 420 and make it its own faction.
My perfect job is killing homeless.
And they all get tattoos. That's Divergent. Pussy shit.
Okay, here we go with Curtis's.
All right. So we gave up on the fucking drone thing. We're back to Curtis's reels.
Reddit says it's fake. So
okay, there we go. It's fake. We knew it. Okay.
We knew it the whole time.
Well,
Glad we wasted 30 minutes.
How come there was so much fake news on there?
There's only one video.
There was no
New York
fake
City,
news.
and you're telling me there's only one video?
Yeah.
I saw more videos of the aliens in fucking Philly, dude.
All right, this is just a quick update. I thought this was funny from a church. I can't remember the church name.
A quick update.
Praise the Lord, everybody. Look at this beautiful blessing God's given the First Pentecostal Church. Come on, let's take a look.
9-year-old boy fueling up the
bus.
60 passenger flat nose, only over 100,000 miles on it. Now let's fill it up in Jesus' name.
Amen.
That guy looks.
Amen.
That guy looks too young to
Look
be
at this
that
beautiful
fat.
blessing God.
Like
I think that's all church people.
His face isn't very skinny. Of this.
the
arm
kid
crossed.
fueling. Yeah,
that's what got me on the video.
yeah, that's the funniest part. The kid fueling up the truck.
I think that's just a Southern man right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bless him.
I have a lot of protests. There's a lot of outrage against Trump and
You
stuff.
guys see the protest in Wolfboro?
No, I didn't see that.
I didn't see it either, but there's a huge. Well, I just been hearing about it all week. There's like 700 people lined up.
Come on, 700.
Do you guys remember?
Yeah, no,
do you remember
for real.
the
They
Fred
had
movie?
numbers.
Do you guys remember the Fred movie where he
I've been in
pranked his
Wolfboro
friends?
every day. I haven't seen
Do you
700
remember he
people.
pranked
I
his
don't know
friends
where it
into
was.
thinking a bunch of
It was
people
over
were
the
there?
weekend.
You remember that?
Fred?
In the Fred movie, he pranked his friends into thinking he had a killer party,
Oh,
but really
yeah,
it was
yeah,
just
yeah.
him and one girl.
Yeah.
Right? That's
remember that.
that's probably what was going. There's a reason nobody saw anything going on.
All right,
let's see.
This protest is pretty good though.
Wrong.
Dude, is she an Avenger?
I don't know.
I am the weapon.
No
Weapon got her.
Dude, Barstool needs to get these guys for rough and rowdy.
That was really fucked up, and that's gonna be dealt with. And this person's gonna be okay, and we're all here.
Protests gone wrong.
The shirt, I am the weapon. Okay, let's see this again. All right, here we go. First of all, I respect it. Getting up on stage in the overalls and screaming. Yeah. But then the tucked in, I am the weapon. Boom!
He's gonna get on that ultimate slaps.
And then this other guy walks over and he tries to be civil with him. Like, dude, either you just
he would have tumbled if you pushed him.
That's what I'm saying.
He would have tumbled.
Send him down the stairs, dude.
Little top heavy.
All right.
Now, he had first blood.
now this next video, I just put this out there because guys like this are walking around. You would never know this guy is like this, but guys like this walk around the streets with us every day, and you might not know it.
Oh shit! Some superhuman shit.
The description of the video says 4 chairs plus a couch. It's a small lift, but impressive to me. Haha.
The impressive part is him squeezing himself under the couch. That's the impressive feat here.
I don't. How do you get the idea to do this?
Bro, I'm
gonna put all the shit on the couch and lift it up.
I'm gonna lift the hell out of it. Fuck Planet Fitness. Who needs a gym?
I'm gonna bench 4 chairs and a couch at once.
All right, let's see it. Is he gonna do it? Does it get off the ground or?
I don't remember.
Is he doing the whole thing?
Right now he's fighting for his life.
He's suffocating.
He's trapped. Right, here we go.
This is gonna be a 911 call in a minute here.
Here we go. Yeah, this is it. Come on, get it.
Here we go, brother.
Get up there.
Breathe and then go.
Oh, it's getting off the ground. Oh.
Yeah, he's slamming it against the wall. Oh hell yeah, dude. All right, hey, maybe start with just the couch next time. Hey, start with just a chair and work your way. Hey, brother, start with the ottoman and work your way up.
Imagine he gets trapped in there and they find him dead, trapped under four chairs on a couch. They think somebody killed him.
No,
he
the
couldn't
story
have done
would
this
be
himself.
local pervert dies after making love to several pieces of furniture.
Okay, this is another. Yeah, okay, I got two more protesters here.
Yeah, you couldn't lift that many chairs on a couch.
Yeah, I also didn't film it and post it online.
Hey, where did you get that wonderful hat?
I got it at the Women's March back in Washington D.C. because look, man, this is work, okay? This is a full-time job. I'm not like some armchair quarterback, like some resistance lib that just tweets and platitudes for no reason. No, I'm doing the work, and I'm going to these protests, and I'm making my voice heard, and that's where I got this inclusive hat.
We're just gonna cut you and edit you into like.
Yeah, I really, my whole goal out here is to make you look stupid. But where did you get that wonderful hat?
I think it just puts into perspective what these people that are protesting in Wolfboro. That's protesting.
But the funnier part, like at the end when that woman comes over and is being really nice, she's trying to be really nice to the guy in the yellow and say, hey, like, you know, don't talk to this reporter, because this woman's smart enough to know that this guy in the yellow is not going to say anything that's going to help the cause, right?
Yeah.
So she's like, hey, don't talk to him. But then this guy, you know, like adds another layer to it because she's like trying to say, you know, don't talk to this guy because he's a jerk or whatever. And he's like, yeah, I'm just talking to you to make you look like an idiot. Like,
well, I think that, you know, I hate that people go to that rally like that. Just
I
for the sole
agree,
purpose
actually,
to make people look stupid.
I mean,
yes,
had a
they look
beef
stupid,
about
but
the streamers. You see the people that stream live on Twitch and they go to shit like that just to rile people up for views. I think that is fucked up. Like, that's some of the most demonic stuff you could be doing is going out and fucking with people just for
Just to
video's
ruffle
sake.
feathers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
literally
agree.
just to make a fucking video. You're going out just to
Yeah.
fuck with, and they always do this nice guy routine of, "Oh, I didn't do anything.
I was just asking
I'm
questions."
just a journalist. I'm interviewing." And it's like you knew exactly. You knew
Well,
before you even stepped foot on that premises.
It
what you were doing.
started. It started with like Steven Crowder changed my mind, and
Yeah.
Steven Crowder would go, and you basically
That's a little.
of
That's a little less offensive.
To,
'cause-
to be fair, I think it all even goes back. You could even say it goes back to Borat. You know what I mean? Because he was doing a same idea when he goes into these Texas bull riding places, and he gets them to sing "Throw the Jew Down the Well." You know, it's a similar idea, right? I'm gonna sneak in here with cameras. And,
a little bit,
and make people look
a little bit, but
obviously he did it in a much more tasteful, artsy way, and that's
funnier, too.
and funnier, and that's why it's okay, right? Because it hits that funny margin where it's acceptable because it's like how offensive versus funny it was. It was so funny that it became okay, but all these kids on Twitch, it's not funny. It's just
Steven Crowder did it in a way where you voluntarily went up to him and basically put yourself in. You ambushed yourself by starting this conversation, and just all it did was, if you were smart enough to not partake, you were smart. If you're stupid enough to partake, then you're clearly stupid. And now these people ambush these stupid people and get them to, and really f with them. And I think it's stupid. The change my mind, I don't have a problem with, but
I even think those are stupid. It's just because you're not doing anything, you're not accomplishing anything. You're literally just making content with the goal to rile people up because you know it drives clicks, and that to me is insanity. Like that's like if the purge was a real thing, like I would just put all those guys on a list because in my opinion, I don't need people that are going to stir the pot in that manner. Like
you know what I found funny though? I found you know how it's usually right wing trying to get liberals stirred up.
Well, I'd say it goes both ways for sure.
It
what's
does.
His name? Ben Shapiro crushes liberal.
I've never seen any media, or not until very recently did I ever see it go the other way. And recently,
you're not getting that enough, man.
I guess
you
not.
got to buy both newspapers.
I guess not, but I guess not. But I did find a channel that went the other way, and it's very funny to watch. Watch it go that way, and
I think it's super funny.
I wonder
at times, but
I wonder what the reality is for me sometimes, because I watch it go the other way, and I think to myself, I feel like the guy doing the interviewing is the idiot. These people that he's interviewing, trying to make look like idiots, I agree with them. I agree with these people that they're trying to make look like idiots.
Yeah.
I think they are the right ones in these situations. So is my reality skewed? Am I really entrenched that deep into one
probably
side?
to a degree.
I
but
think we
but
all
it's,
are.
But
you got to believe something, I think, is the thing. But let me just hijack this, because I think that, like, this Steven Crowder thing, what he would say to this conversation is, like, he's starting the conversations have to be had about these things. You know what I mean? Like, we can't just not talk about them. So, but where it goes overboard is when you're just purposely doing it to make people angry.
Yeah,
like,
which they clearly
that's not
have
a conversation at that point.
Is this the last reel I have, or do I have another one?
Yeah, this is the last one right here. This woman.
Okay. This is just.
This is unrelated. We'll get off the politics.
Yeah, we'll get off that.
Chased you the fuck down since December of 2018 just to speak to you, just to fucking speak.
Holy shit!
You did nothing but.
Can I ask what she's talking about? These are her MAGA tariff reactions, but I'm confused.
No, it's I don't think it's the tariff reactions. I think that somebody just
that's out of context.
Out of context, but
I completely don't get it. I need more context.
I don't think there's anything to get, because that's an old clip that's been circulating a while.
Okay, all right. Glad we shared it here tonight.
Mike wants to know if we're going to see the Revenge of the Sith anniversary edition in theaters.
Oh shit! Oh, do we?
Now, did we miss the Rad Day? We must.
We did. We way missed it.
Whiff.
but I think me and Carter were visiting Colin during Rad Day.
Oh.
Revenge of the Sith. I haven't bought my tickets for it yet. It's something I would like to do, but it's just I'm very non-committal with dates and times. So
that sounds like the Lizzo song.
Which one?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
She says
big
committal.
energy.
She says committal in one of the songs.
Committal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she says a word in one of them.
The most Lizzo I listened to was an episode of The Mandalorian where Lizzo and Jack Black were presidents of a planet. It's the most Lizzo I've listened to, but okay, Mike is trying to explain. He's trying to give me context for that video Curtis showed us, and Mike, who I think is in high school, is going to explain to us tariffs through the YouTube comment section.
No, he's got money in his stocks. He just wants.
He paused the tariffs, so all the stocks went up.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about any. I don't
know what the purpose of pausing them was, but
I don't mess around in that water. I stay out of that water. You know, what I'm
Dirty
saying?
water.
Dirty water.
Yeah, I think it's it just sucks when everybody just gets mad at each other. I think that's the like.
Well, you know what's
should
funny,
we dive
though?
down this because there's something I've been thinking about.
Well, yeah.
recently.
What have you been thinking about?
Okay, so one of the issues that is a hot topic right now is the southern border of the country.
Okay.
Right, the southern border. Okay,
You're making me nervous
So,
now, but keep going.
Listen. Okay, so this is just from what I've heard from news and whatever else. Like I don't live there. Okay, I don't
Right.
see it with my own eyes. So this is what
We're
get.
up north.
So the past 4 years, allegedly, everyone was allowed in.
Okay.
Okay, and now from now until whenever, allegedly, everybody's being kicked out that came in. So that's the situation we're at, and there's everybody just fighting over like this and that and how it's being done. But how the fuck would you do that? Because obviously,
how would you do what?
Immigration. Obviously, people need to come into the country, and you can't let everybody in. But some people have to come in. So how would you do it?
There is a system in place.
Yeah, there is a system.
Yeah, but
what do you
it's
mean?
not working.
All right. Well, so
Okay,
I think
but-
we need to change our motto to land like. There was a time in the world where we wanted more people. We needed more
I think
people
you
to have a
always
country.
want more people.
I think to
We
an
got
extent,
vacant land. Let's take them.
I think to an extent
We
you
don't
do.
need worthless leeches, though.
Right. You don't want criminals either.
Well,
And
how do you vet that?
Through the process and
Through the
it's-
process? What is
Can
that?
I explain something to you, Calvin? This is as simple as I can make this. I know the process is not great, right? And I've met people that have tried to work through this process. Some of the guys I got to work with last winter, they kind of gave up on trying. That's why they do these work programs so they can just come to America legally to work, right? Because they've kind of given up on some idea of immigrating because it is a hassle. Okay, so I'm not saying the system is perfect. Nobody's saying the system is perfect, but it's not fair to let people in and cut the line and skip the vetting process and just let them in ahead of the line of people from other countries.
I didn't say
that borders
I
aren't
didn't say
touching.
anything about that. Being
Well, I didn't know
good.
I didn't even know what you were
I'm
trying to say.
saying
I'm just trying to
it's
tell
a
you.
complicated thing, and
It's a complicated
Nobody's
thing.
doubting that.
I think the fact that we're trying different things is a good thing.
Okay.
Because so why don't we just?
Did you have a point? Or
My
just
point
that's
is
it?
stop fucking getting upset about it. Okay.
Okay, so you're just saying it's
Let them
growing
get
pains.
kicked out. Let them get kicked out.
Let them
Don't
get
be
kicked out. Let them come back in. Let them get kicked out again.
Can I also explain to you why people are upset about it? Or because imagine it
they're
was,
getting uprooted from their house that
Yeah.
they lived in for 20 years.
Yeah.
Or they're getting mugged by somebody
about-
that's not an American.
Yeah. How about
You know-
how about they don't contribute to society in the same way that citizens do?
well, and
That's
also,
not even true.
If I
Yes,
could
it
if I
is.
could
There's citizens of America that are lying on a street barely alive. And how is
And
that
they
any
should
better
get-
than
and they should probably
an
die.
We should
illegal
we
immigrant?
should sweep them up into a shipping
Yeah, we
container
should, but
and
that's
drop
not
them
what
into
happened.
the
you remember
ocean.
the villain in Robots? Who remembers the movie Robots?
That's Carter.
The chop shop. They would go. The street sweeper would literally go along and sweep up the shitty, rusty robots and take them to the chop shop where they would be killed.
Yeah.
I'm not cool with that, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that
I don't know.
There's
I think
both
I think
sides
you're
of the
lo-
coin, so I think
I
that
guess I don't even know. Next time you start talking, I'm just gonna let you rip because I thought maybe we were gonna have some kind of discussion or conversation.
Yeah, we are.
I don't feel that way. I feel like you're trying to preach, like you're like preaching nonsense at me. Like I thought
Because
we
you're
were
not listening.
No, I'm trying, but we were trying to. I thought we were doing a back and forth, and you just
Well, you were
everything I
trying-
said.
you
You
were
said
trying
no,
to-
that's not it. It's something else.
You were trying to say that it's unfair for people to cut the line.
I
Which
thought
obviously, yeah, that's not fair.
Okay, but when you open your mouth, when you dumped into this subject, the way you sounded to me sounded like I thought you were going to say like, if people can walk here and they're already here, why not just let them stay? I
No.
thought that's. Oh, I know that now. I know that now that that's not your position. But that's where I was coming from with the information I was giving you. Was that's I thought that's what you were going to say next, and that again, that's why I just said next time you start talking, I'm just going to let you go because apparently I need a good 10 minutes of Calvin's thoughts unraveling before I can gather what he's trying to say.
Let me rip again. Let me rip again. So people get upset, okay? They say this they take a super complex issue and boil it down into there's illegal people here that are raping and killing or the US government is kicking people that have lived here for 30 plus years back to a country they're not from. These are the two sides I've heard.
Yep.
The extremes. These are the talking points, right?
Yeah.
When the reality is, yes, there's some criminals selling drugs coming into the country illegally. That's been happening for the history of the country, right? There's people that are coming in, they've lived here, and they're perfectly productive, not on drugs, not causing issues, and so what's the problem with them being here? They're not legally here.
I think the problem is I think the country is already big, and I think that we already have a lot going on, and I think we're turning into a third world country because of this. You go to look at these other countries that are far more regulated. You see their China. You don't want to live in China. Nobody wants to live in China. It probably sucks. But you look at their infrastructure. You look at their infrastructure. You look at like subways and everything's clean, organized, neat.
Yeah.
And now you go to our subway. Somebody's probably shooting up drugs on the train or in the hallway. People are shitting and throwing their shit across the subway station. I don't know. I think it amplifies that.
Well, so my
by
whole
having
point in
all
saying
these
this,
people come in.
and I'm a hypocrite now because I've been talking about it, but my whole point is that if you don't have a concrete, like written out solution to this problem, don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Or at least be like, oh yeah, that's a hard issue, and I don't know what to think
I
about
think
it.
the way to start though is to stop letting people just walk in. That's the way to start. Is to
Could be.
Yeah, I mean, I would generally agree. I think you sound like I think I probably even sound like an idiot with what I'm saying. I think that you, but you don't learn anything unless you talk about it either. So
yeah.
Someday, what I would like,
I don't know, it just sucks.
I would like to privately finance my own Death Star that I alone can control, and it will orbit Earth, and I will get to decide the rules for everybody on planet Earth all the time. Imagine my own Death Star flying around, and I get to decide all the rules.
No more deodorant.
Or how about no more oceans, bitch? How about that? How about I just laser zap all the frickin' oceans, and you don't got oceans anymore? Now we're playing by my rules.
how old is Michael? I'm a Reagan Republican at heart. Come on,
dude. This is why Mike is one of our guys.
He's elusive.
He's still in scouts, so we got a rough guess there. You know, you have to be below the age of 18 to be in scouts.
I think that's Abraham Lincoln too. A house divided cannot stand.
Yeah. He's
an
real
old Lincoln
slippery
quote.
when you think you figured him out. He becomes a Reagan Republican at heart.
No,
He
but
starts
that
playing
tracks for me.
lacrosse.
That tracks for me with Michael's character because like that's like something like the only person I've ever heard talk about Reaganomics is our dad, and it just like we have similar parents. I think us and Mike, like we've had similar upbringings. So
He's got the estimate. Michael's on fire tonight.
yeah, well he missed us on Monday.
$850 quadrillion.
I hope you just spit that off the dome, Mike. I hope you didn't have to look that one up.
Okay, but I don't need all the frills. I don't need all the pomp and
No,
frill
it's
of the actual
privately
Death
financed.
Star.
You want the trash compactor monster?
No, I don't need any of that. I just need the laser part.
The
okay?
laser cannon. Well, they have that already.
Yeah. Well, you remember how in episode 6 they didn't have to finish the whole thing. They just
right.
had the laser. I think I could do
ready.
that.
Didn't they put the laser on a Star Destroyer or something in one of the last movies? They put
they?
the laser on something weird.
Yeah. I think you're right.
7, 8, 9 are not canon. So just kidding.
No, I don't know. Yeah,
They'll come back. They'll come
I
back.
just want.
I like them.
I just wish I could make all the rules. Wouldn't everybody be so
Yeah.
much happier if I was in charge of everything?
Right.
When
I would be.
Sarcasm. Hello.
No,
I would be
I don't
happy.
know.
I would be thrilled.
Now I feel bad. I don't know why we went down that rabbit hole.
I don't know either,
I don't know.
Calvin.
I don't know.
I thought,
I don't know.
I thought you had something that you were going with, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit here and
There's no reason to talk.
and I'm gonna ride the middle of the line,
Literally
and I'm
no
gonna
reason to
play,
talk.
and I'm gonna pretend like I'm imparting
Mike
knowledge
was so
on Calvin.
uninterested in it. He just kept talking about his stocks the whole time.
Yeah,
I
damn
know.
it. Sorry, Mike.
I know.
Sorry
Well,
about that. Sorry, team.
It's one of those things. I should just trust my instincts because
Yeah, we gotta kibosh
sometimes
politics
I
anytime
know.
it comes up.
Sometimes I know right out of the gate when people start talking that I should just shut them down. The laser makes up most of the cost. Okay, but if they can put a freaking laser beam into
Probably-
the size of a pen, have you seen those ones that burn holes and shit? And it's in the size of a pen. You seen those? And it burns
Yeah.
holes and shit. If they can make that and I can order it on Amazon, explain to me why me, Elon, and Jeff Bezos can't get together and put our own freaking Death Star.
You probably
in
get a
space.
better one on Temu.
Yeah, they probably get that.
Probably get that
I'm gonna-
mega laser.
I
on
got
Temu.
some ideas. Okay,
Maybe
probably
you can order the Death Star on Temu.
You know, and sometimes it just takes a thinker. Sometimes you just need an idea man to float the idea across Elon's desk, float it over to Mark Zuckerberg, suck it over to suck it over,
Suck it over.
face it on over to Amazon, and we'll get all these tech heads on it. We'll get it put together. Who's
Space
the
laser.
who's the guy that made the Segway? Let's get that guy.
Yeah, he's a smart guy.
Let's get that guy. You can figure it out.
The guy who bought, I was going to say he drove off a cliff, but it's the guy who bought Segway.
Bezos. Yeah, you know, Jermaine Bezos, the guy from
Joshua Tree. He did that
We
one.
bought a zoo. Did you ever watch that one?
That was
with
good.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon and that girl that was also in Bridge of Terror. No, not that one.
Ramona and Beezus.
Ramona and Beezus. Yeah, back to Beezus Zoo.
Yeah, I don't know. we're just losing it now. We're just ripping it.
Yeah, I just.
Yeah, we can wrap it up. We can put a bow on it after
Oh.
Calvin fucking.
Yeah,
you know, we
just
had
bombed
like
it.
such a great episode talking about Minecraft, and Calvin just tanked it. Like, let's
not
talk
bad.
about immigration for a second.
I was gonna
What
say
are your
the
thoughts
ti-
on
the title-
immigration?
The title will be our thoughts on the Minecraft movie and immigration.
I would title
Oh, for
it. I would
Christ's
title it. Is the Minecraft movie good? Question mark.
Do immigrants are immigrants allowed to watch the Minecraft movie?
That's a good one.
Can we ask ChatGPT that?
That's
I
a good
actually
one.
named my dog in Minecraft. I named it ChatGPT. Put a name tag on it and everything.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it's cute.
That's wrong button.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, all right.
You can keep talking through the outro. It's better. It's better if you keep talking.
It's more
through it.
entertaining.
Yeah, just talk through it, and then when the
Good night,
music
Amy.
rolls.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, good night, Amy.
Love
Good
you.
night, Amy.